Capricorn. I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for November 2014. This month, I decided to do the Rainbow or Arc Tarot spread for you. And in addition, I pulled a card from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck, just like I did last month. The first card you have in your reading today, Capricorn, it may very well be you. You have the King of Pentacles showing up. And the King of Pentacles is either an earth sign male, either being a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. This could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign, or predominant in their natal chart. The King of Pentacles is somebody that is usually very concerned with the finer things in life. He likes luxuries. He likes sensuality. He is very good with putting together business propositions and projects. He's usually very excels in finances. He has a nice home. He can have property. If he's on the negative side of the King of Pentacles, he could be a disaster when it comes to finances. He can have very confused and muddled thinking, and can also be prone to obsessive thinking at times and spiral into depression if he's on the negative side. I feel there's a lot of traveling going on in and outside of your home. I feel that for some of you Capricorns, you're really going back and forth between a particular location. I feel some of you feel a little bit underappreciated and a little unloved and kind of angry and resentful about that. And you really want to be sure about what your next step is going to be. However, I feel you just totally are unsure. And I feel that for many of you Capricorns, you've had a lot of stumbling blocks, one stumbling block after another put in front of you. And it's like you get over one and then there's another one. I can't get past the feeling that I feel some of you are dealing with an elderly parent that is not doing well. This could be who this king is. If this is your father, this King of Pentacles could be him. But it could also be, a mother. I just feel you dealing with somebody who is not well. I feel you're entering a time where there's been a lot of injustices that have occurred. And I feel like you are feeling like you want to lead the charge and right any wrongs that have occurred. And some of these have occurred against you. I feel a lot of things are a lot of upheaval where there's been estate planning or estates have gone awry. I feel like you've been doing way more than your share, or that people in this situation have not been living up to their responsibilities and what they should have been doing. I feel that you really want to see things through to the end, but it's like you don't want to put up with this or contend with this anymore. I feel that you would like to have some help, and I feel that for some of you, you're going to be getting government assistance through a grant or a loan. I don't know if this is in regard to the same situation I'm reading about this person in your life. However, it's coming up in this sentence. I feel that many of you Capricorns have actually generated a lot of income for your family, and you're feeling very resentful right now because it's really gone unappreciated. I feel like you're surrounded by a lot of takers, and there's been a lot of outgoing of your resources, and nobody else really seems to be helping out or chipping in. I do feel that some of this is going to be turning around and money is going to be coming to you after a fashion in the month of November, in this month, toward the end. And I feel that some of you are really going to be breathing a sigh of relief because it is some sort of assistance actually comes through in the end. But I don't feel that you're going to continue on this path of how things have been going. I'm getting you want to change it up. So, interesting to me, the next card that shows up makes perfect sense here. You have the Judgment card, and that means a situation, to me, it means a situation in your life is being held up and called to judgment. Like, what do we think about this? How is this situation going to be judged? How is it going to be solved? So that makes total sense to me, actually, based on the other messages. I feel that this is the month, November really seems to be the month of dealing with governments and institutions. And I feel that you're going to be talking to some people that talk to you about linking properties together or selling your home, but I'm getting like properties getting linked together in some way. It keeps coming up. I feel very strongly for any of you that have applied for any kinds of grants or government assistance programs, that they're going to start to come through, regardless if it's for a loved one that's in a nursing home or needs medical care and attention, or if it's to raise your home, if it was ruined by, Sandy or some other weather, or if it's a loan for studying and taking classes in a new subject, or involving, higher learning and higher education, or a grant to start your own business, or a loan to start your own business. These are the things it really comes up strong, very strong for this month of November around you Capricorns, which does make sense to me because actually the next card you have in your reading today, Capricorn, you have the Ace of Rods. And the Ace of Rods to me is a card that symbolizes new beginnings. This can be new enterprise and new business especially. I feel that for many of you Capricorns, you have really been moving and traveling through some very rugged terrain in your life that you've really, it's like there's a time period you've gone through where you feel like everything's been difficult. Every turn has been a challenge. When is the reprieve going to come? I'm picking that up for many of you. Now, as I always say, this is a general reading, so this won't apply to all of you Capricorns. To get a reading specific for you, you would need to schedule a private appointment and get a reading just for you. This is general. There's a birth of a new project or plan that's coming to you. And August is highlighted for new business to get off the ground. I see your expectation levels are now becoming higher, and it is going to come to you. That's a benefit to you to raise your expectations. If you're an employed Capricorn, I feel that you are being recognized for something by higher ups and are either going to be offered a raise or a promotion. This is going to be circling around the form of development. So whatever business or company that you work for, the position or the raise or promotion circles around development. There's been a lot of outsourcing going on to other companies, and I feel that your business or company is going to be absorbing it and insourcing it, if there's such a word, more now. You're not going to be sending as many things out. And again, the words linking properties together comes up. So I actually feel like it's businesses. There's some businesses that are going to be linking up here. That came up before and I felt like it was houses or house properties, but right here it seems like it's business. You have a lot of higher ups observing what you're doing. And for those of you self-employed Capricorns, I feel you're getting ready to add something new to your business. your own business or your own company will be developing inward. Everything gets raised up to a higher level across the board for many of you Capricorns in a lot of the different areas. But it just seems like if you work for somebody else, or you work for a hospital or a company, or of some kind of business, higher ups have been watching you. Um, you're going to get a promotion or a raise or both, and it circles around development. If you work for another company or it's your own business, either way, if you outsource things to other companies, you're going to be pulling that back in, and more things are going to be happening in your own business or the company you work for. And then there it comes up where businesses are getting linked together. So it's going to be up to you Capricorns to decipher what I'm getting here, because it's a little confusing to me because I'm getting different scenarios. For some Capricorns out there, you are going to be entering into the career choice of fashion and design. So if you're just graduating from college, or you went back to school to get into it, somebody's out there getting involved in fashion and design. It's coming up. And if you've started any home-based operations, like if you are, making your own designer clothes or clothing line, and you've been sewing them and working, designing them and sewing them at home, or any work that you've been doing at home, it doesn't even have to be in that area, but whatever you Capricorns have been working at home, I'm getting you're going to step out of that and take it out into the world. It's going to graduate now beyond you doing it out of your home base. It's like you have the opportunity to elevate your status. And this is really good for you, because I feel this really gives you not only a boost to your income, but also a boost to your ego. And you're prepared for it. I feel that you are totally, this is justified that this happens for you. Like, that you've put in the hours, the time, the devotion, the energy, and it's paying off for you completely. So I see you feeling happy. It's like the real bonus here, the real benefit and bonus, because it's really putting you in a place where you really should be. For some of you, you will actually be opening up a storefront. For others, I see you involved in a big, big building where you're going into like a corporate building and having an office or some kind of business in a big building. So it just depends on what your business is and what Capricorn you are. But I see you definitely, if you've done things at home from a home-based operation, you're going to have a storefront, or you're going to be in a big office building having your own, but it's like it's yours though. It's not, it doesn't belong to somebody else. The next card you have in your reading today, Capricorn, which makes a lot of sense for what they were talking about earlier about government assistance and grants, you have the card of Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, to me, this is charity, giving charity joyously and happily. You can be giving money and donating it to others, and it can also be money coming to you through family, friends, a loan. It can be through financial banking, government institutions, grants, anything like that. I really do feel like you've got strong abundance circling around you in the month of May. Again, I really advise people to, I said this earlier to one of the other signs, I have no idea what planetary influences are happening here, but there are quite a few signs that can anticipate their money and financial picture really being elevated, especially in May. So if any of you are astrologers and you know why that might be happening, because it seems to be happening for quite a few signs, and in particular in that month. And many of you are really taking a big leap of faith here and joining the rank and file of being a business owner. I feel that you're going to have a high level attraction, meaning the people that are going to be attracted to your business, they've got the money to spend. They they will be promoting your goods and services by word of mouth to others. I feel that you Capricorns can be very gregarious and outgoing and friendly when you want to, and I feel you are really going to be pouring on the charm. You are going to be engaging in a lot of personal interplay with people. For some of you Capricorns, I feel that you've had some disturbing romantic relationships in the past. So not all of you Capricorns, but I feel some of you are kind of like putting romance on the back burner, kind of like you don't really want to be dealing with it right now. Not all of you, but I picked that up for some of you. Like, you've been in a troubling relationship and it was disturbing to you, and you've had it. Like you're like, okay, I'll get to that again, but in the future. But right now, I'm not focusing on that. That's what I'm picking up for some of you Capricorns. There's people that really do, that love you and want to see you succeed. For any of you that have been having trouble with money, I do feel that family does come up. Actually, even though I feel there's a whole gamut of successful Capricorns out there ready to set the world on fire, and you got a lot of money coming to you through business and what you're doing. For those of you Capricorns that have struggled and you're not at that spot of where those Capricorns are yet, I feel family is going to come in here and give you some money too. So either way, I feel Capricorns have got money coming into them. So if you're not a Capricorn starting a new business or getting the oomph up in your promotion in work, those of you that have really, really struggled, you have money coming to you, and love and support and care through family and people that love and care and respect and support you. You do have that either way. And I feel many of you Capricorns, you just want to be settled. You don't want to be out there hanging out in the breeze. You want things to be nailed down or settled or steady. For many of you Capricorns, I feel that things that have gone on in your life for a while, I'm not sure how long, maybe 5 to 6 years, I'm not sure, but I feel that it has been very lopsided in your life, where things have not been even for you or fair. You've given a lot of yourself, your time, your attention, and any kind of resources or shared resources. You've really had to give a lot. I feel that you're actually coming up and going through a time of completion, which, as I said for some of the other signs, I haven't mentioned it for all of them, we did just have an eclipse. Now, I'm recording this on October 24th, even though it's the November readings. And we just had a partial solar eclipse yesterday on the 23rd in the sign of Scorpio, which is very significant for death and rebirth. It's like the time of transformation, endings, things ending so new things can begin. That's what this is about. And we're not going to have any more eclipses for it's either 2023 or 2032. I'm not sure which way it is. You astrologers can correct me. But that's pretty significant. I mean, we were having them, a couple times a year, maybe 2-3 times a year at least. And now we're not having any. So this one, and please correct me if I'm wrong, astrologers. I have been reading up on it. But I'm going to tell you, this is not by happenstance that this is where you're finding yourself in your life. And this eclipse that happened yesterday on the 23rd, the effects can be felt, up to 6 months out. So you're going to be feeling the effects of this eclipse just like all of us. And so just like everyone else, you have to let go of the old so the new can come in. I feel that for some of you, you're going to be having an interesting conversation with a brother or a close friend that's going to be very enlightening for you. This conversation is going to revolve around money matters and family. And I feel like he's going to want you to stick with it and not bail on any situation that's happening. So maybe some of you Capricorns are going to be telling some family members you've got to bail on a situation that's been too much for you. But I feel that you're going to be implored to stay with it and to continue forward. There's a great desire here to jump ship and run away from this situation, and it would be understandable for you to want to do so. You will think long and hard before you make this decision. This brother or friend may give you some money or something, give you something, and then, but I also get he gives you something to think about as well. So you have to see how that plays out, Capricorn. And in your outcome card of the reading today for November 2014, my dear Capricorns, you have Page of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles, to me, this could be you, even though I've got to say the pages have been coming up in the last 2 weeks in my private readings, even as adults, sometimes, even though they're children, a children card. This to me would symbolize a child in your life that is either a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, their moon sign, or predominant in their birth chart. Page of Pentacles is somebody that's very sensitive. They can feel like their feelings easily hurt. They can be troubled at times. But they're very kind and sweet and caring and loving. For many of you Capricorns, I'm feeling like this is a female that you know, that you have care and feelings for, but I feel like it is a child. For some of you Capricorns, I feel like you have children that are worried about you. They want you to feel stable, solid, and grounded. There's some child, either it could go either way, a son or a daughter. I'm not sure, but I'm getting that you have a child that's worried about you. I feel they have a lot of crosses to bear in their own life, and I feel that they're struggling a little bit right now. Their life isn't going exactly the way they want to. They're coming up on a time where they're at a crossroads. They're in indecision. Some of these young people are indecision about the economy, their financial situation. Some of them are indecision about schooling. They're in a college and they want to leave and go to another college, or their course of study if they're in school. They're not sure of what they want to do now. They were on a path and now they want to change it. For some of these children, it's their marital situation. They're not happy in their marriage or with their partner, whoever they're connected to. They've got instability in their life and they're thinking of making a change and they're at a crossroads. But they are also concerned about you. They really want you to help them and guide them and tell them what to do. It's like they're really looking for your advice, Capricorn. Even in the past, if they said they didn't want it, or if they've acted like they could figure it out on their own and by themselves, I feel like for some reason they are going to be wanting to hear your opinion and your take, and almost like they want you to kind of make the decision for them or save them. I really feel that for many of them, there's a lot riding on this decision, especially money. They want to be upfront and honest with you about where they're coming from. I feel like, they don't want to lie to you or put up any smoke screens. So they're telling you the truth or telling you like it is. Some of them are going through a great deal of struggle and depression over this situation that they're finding themselves in. I feel that once they hit August, they will be thinking more clearly, but unfortunately, I have to say, I feel that it's going to take them between now and that time to sort it out and to come to some decisions. March is also highlighted for them about trying to figure out what direction they're going in. I feel for many of them, it depends on which Capricorn you are and which child they are or who they are to you. But I feel like they're going to be changing their job or changing their school or changing their marital partner, leaving their residence, thinking about going to live with someone else. They like how you handle your problems or handle issues or situations. They see you as someone that has their feet firmly planted on the ground. So, Capricorn, the card I pulled for you from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck, I got the Angel of Addiction Healing. This is a time of positive transformation and healing. Now you can breathe a sigh of relief because new things are starting to take shape and form in your life. You've now relinquished your fears and given a lot up to God. This has been a great time of learning for you and self-discovery, and now you are going to be implementing things that you have been working on and formulating in your mind. There's times of decision making coming up on you right now and in the near future, and I feel you are prepared for those decisions. I feel you've already made up your mind and you're going to start implementing these decisions. You want to be grounded and stable, but you've had to go through a real rough patch and some rocky, water here. But you're going to come out of it a stronger and better, more uplifted person. And I feel the year of 2015 is actually going to be a much better year for you than maybe you found yourself in the year of 2014. Money matters seem to be sorted out and smoothed out, especially when we cross over and start moving into 2015. Your finances are definitely better and improved. For some of you Capricorns, I feel like you're going to be attending a very large gathering at the end of this month. Now, I know you guys don't like it, some of you, when I say this. Some of it I just see as a really big event and a big party. For some of you, I feel it's a funeral, and it's a big funeral. A lot of people attend. So don't shoot the messenger. I see both things. That's not going to apply to all Capricorns about the funeral. And I do see many of you Capricorns are going to be developing and changing your ideas and developing new things and making a lot of money. So I do see you entering a time of prosperity and abundance, especially when we cross into, as I said, 2015. So I hope this reading was of some help to you, Capricorn. I want to say thank you for watching my videos, for sharing them, for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for Google Plusing. I want to say thank you so much to the nice Capricorn I've had the pleasure of reading. And I want to say to any of you that would like to have a reading with me, please go to the link I have provided below for my website. I also have my website posted at the end of this video. If you go to my order page, you can schedule your own appointment and then go back to the order page and make your payment on PayPal to secure your time. I'm sorry, I can't hold appointments that aren't paid for at the time you schedule because I have a long waiting list of people that want their appointments sooner and are waiting. So I hope you have a great month of November and that you have a happy, happy Thanksgiving, Capricorn, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.